So to me, it seems like we have this consuming culture nowadays with the social media and with the dating apps and with the dating sites. Ever since I was using those in my past when I was wanting to find my man, and I didn't know anywhere else to look but online. It was really, really draining for me as a sensitive being, sensing people's energies, and just nowadays just noticing even more so how we have this culture and men looking at women's photos on Instagram, for example, which is not always so nice. So it's really sad and not very comfortable as a sensitive empath woman if your man is constantly giving his attention to other women, flirting with other women, for example, on Instagram, and looking at their photos and liking their photos, and especially if they are not liking your photos, and giving you the love and attention and care that you should have because you are that person's woman, you know? So if you've gone through this, I completely feel you, and just saying that it's just not okay, because as a woman, especially as a sensitive woman, you deserve and you need your man's genuine, authentic love and care and attention. And of course, it's not supposed to go to other women who he doesn't even know. And naturally, if this is happening, and you see it, you notice it, you feel it with your intuition, you have to act accordingly, because if you don't, you will be abandoning yourself and doing yourself a disservice. So of course, this is another lesson, another sign to have your strict boundaries with this person and tell them that this is not okay, because we teach people how to treat us. So we have to be able to be honest with people, especially the person you are in a relationship with. Of course, you have to be able to be open and honest and, receive respect and love and attention and care from them, and not anything else, not abuse, not negative energies and all of that. So likely they're dealing with a big childhood trauma. What you need from your partner, from your man as a sensitive woman, is safety. Well, we all need safety and balance and peace and health and happiness and joy in our lives daily. But safety is what a woman really craves from her man. So the more a woman can feel safe around her man, she will be able to open up and trust this man better, and to build that intimacy, to build that honest communication and connection, authentically, with love, like it's supposed to be. There is not supposed to be these unnecessary conflicts in a relationship, and unnecessary arguments and negative low vibe energy, because it will only end up in a breakup. And there has to be mutual respect, honesty, and clear communication. Not be guessing about the other person. If the other person is giving mixed signals and avoiding difficult conversations, and they make you feel like they're just using you, make you feel bad about yourself when you try to confide in them, for example, when you try to trust them and open up to them, this is a big sign. These are big warning signs, big red flags to do something about the situation. Either you need to cut this person off immediately, or you try to address it, you try to talk about it and communicate your needs calmly and honestly. Or if it doesn't work, you cannot do anything else but to just cut them off out of your life so that they will know what they're missing. Talking about your feelings just leads to a conflict, an argument, if you cannot be yourself around this person. You cannot communicate with this person normally and honestly and straightforwardly because you need to, you have to, because otherwise you would be abandoning yourself. Maybe you're dealing with a narcissistic person, very likely, or someone with attachment style wounds, attachment wounds, which are anxious, or they can be also secure attachment styles, or they are just avoidant. But anyway, this person has mental health issues and likely emotional issues too. Maybe they were suppressed to express their feelings as a child, and this is what it has come to. But you are not this person's mother or therapist. It's not your job to fix or heal this person. So it's really sad when we seem to have this consuming culture that people don't want to commit anymore. But that also has to do with this attachment style, of course. How you feel about yourself, how you view yourself, your world, how do you acknowledge your self-worth? Do you love yourself? Do you really honor and accept yourself the way you are, or not? Because you are attracting people according to these things, how you think about yourself, how you feel about yourself within, how you are viewing your world, because it all creates your energy and your frequency and your vibration, because everything is involved with the law of attraction. The way we live in this planet, in this universe, everything is energy. So you will be attracting to what resonates. And so, of course, the case would be completely different if people did their inner work. If people would acknowledge their childhood trauma and realize things like what I've been doing throughout my life naturally. And I was sort of like forced to it, of course, because I was so depressed and so down, and I've been feeling like I had no human worth, basically. I didn't value myself, respect myself, or love myself. I didn't know how to. So I've just come to the conclusion that I just want to rise up and help others do the same. And it seems like it's my calling as a light worker and, everything that I represent. But yeah, so I just want to talk about this today, because this is so important that, these things need to be healed and acknowledged. I just don't like it that, the social media is full of beautiful pictures, beautiful people, because this can end up being so shallow and egotistical. And of course, a beautiful woman's photo on a dating app, it can call in a lot of toxic people, a lot of narcissistic people who are only after looks, they're after looks and money. So that is the kind of energy that is not my, it's not my cup of tea at all. And just feels sad, and it brings anxiety to me if I think about it too much. Maybe you resonate with this as a sensitive empath, highly sensitive person, because we just sense people's energies so much. But yeah, it is what it is, and as said, some things are out of our control, and we must choose what we focus on. And I'm not saying that I don't like beautiful pictures. I love beautiful pictures. I love happy, joyful energy, because I'm an Earth Angel Starseed. I naturally cherish beautiful, cute, joyful, happy things. When I see happy people, for example, people laughing and smiling because they are happy, because they are content with their lives, when they're balanced, and peaceful. I love that energy. That is my cup of tea, that is what I'm about, for me and for my son and for our lives and for my clients and followers. That is what I wish for you as well, who are watching this video. But yeah, so just thinking and mentioning that this is what it can be. And if you have noticed that you have constantly been attracting difficult, toxic people, for example, on social media or on dating apps, maybe you might want to do a recheck on your own energy and how you view yourself, because so much comes, everything comes from within. Everything starts from within. How we see ourselves, how we treat ourselves, how we accept and love ourselves, and all of that, because we have to mold our own lives. We have to create our own lives and own that power, like I always say. So if you are in a victim mentality and giving your power away, that is not good, so you're not supposed to be living like that. So you're supposed to be living in your own power, happy and content. So maybe you want to do some checking on your energy, because if you cannot be yourself authentically and unapologetically, I cannot talk today. If you cannot be this, if you cannot be you and just say what you feel and communicate your opinions and needs and everything, I think I've said this many times in my videos, but if you cannot do this, then this is a big sign that this relationship is not working. It is not working because this person does not meet you on your level. And especially as a woman, because as women have been usually put down, we generally don't have as much worth as men do, which is of course not okay, and that is why there are feminists out there. Maybe I'm a feminist too in this way, but my value is that a woman has boundaries and standards. We owe it to ourselves to have our strict boundaries and standards, especially as a sensitive empath. Just be a woman, especially after childhood trauma, especially after narcissistic abuse with a partner, especially after bullying experiences, maybe even physical abuse experiences. I have experienced about all of this, and I just cannot emphasize it enough how important it is that we have our boundaries in place, we have our standards in place, we have our core values in place. As we are adult women, we have to be smart, strong women, know what we want and communicate it without apology. Be ourselves without apology. And as I've said before, a true grown man who is stable, mature, who has healed their inner child wounds, if they had any, this person is not narcissistic. This person is a safe, balanced, adult, mature man who you can actually have a deep conversation with. Even more so if they are a deep personality, a deep person with empath, they just be traits. But you get my point. So a true man is supposed to be like that. And why would you settle for less? Why should we settle for less? No, we have this one life. We're supposed to be happy and joyful and healthy here, and loved and supported and encouraged and guided and protected in all ways. And that is how it has to be. If a man is disrespecting you, making you chase them, making you be their mother, their therapist, their coach for free, if they're making you do all the housework, take care of the kids, whatever, give them sex when they want to, just give them your body, give them your mind and soul and everything, what do you end up with? You end up being drained out. You end up having illnesses. You end up being used, taken advantage of. Maybe you have physical symptoms, especially if you are dealing with a narcissistic person. Likely you can deal with a lot of physical illnesses, for example. So you have to start taking care of yourself and cut this person off. Like I said, it's our responsibility to teach people, to let people know how they should treat us. If they don't understand, if they don't do it automatically, there can be amazing people who actually resonate with you and who are so like-minded that everything is just flowing nicely. But many people are not like this. And when you encounter difficult people, of course, all you can do is just do your own part, communicate, try to be calm, as of course I'm sure that you are. You just try to be heard and respected normally. But if you notice that this is not happening, you all you need to do is basically just hung up if you are on the phone. Just cut the conversation off if it's not working. This can be a very difficult issue as an empath or a highly sensitive person, because all you want is peace. All you want is peace and understanding and love and unity, but sometimes it's just not happening, and you've been attracting these difficult, toxic people who are just not vibrationally on your level. But maybe you have some low vibe energy in your energy field in your body, because our energy fields affect so much of our lives. Our chakras, our auras affect so much of our lives and health and everything what comes across. So maybe you might want to do some energy healing, maybe some meditation, tuning in prayers. We need those daily as empaths and HSPs. They should be a big part of the self-care routine. But as I always say also, is that we need to have our own back. If these things happen, that for example someone just yelled at you on the phone who you might not even know, or you're dealing with your narcissistic parent, for example, and they are giving you a hard time. People are giving you a hard time. They're not respecting you or listening to you. They don't even know you, maybe, or things like that. It's hard for them to understand you. All you can do is just step back from the situation. Remove yourself from the situation as soon as possible. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself that it's not your issue, it's not your fault if they're not listening to you. A big part of the boundary setting is to make yourself indifferent from the other person, because we so often mix ourselves with the other person and their energy and think that their problem is our problem. We think that their energy is our energy when we feel it so strongly. No matter how and where it's coming from, we feel the other person's energy and the atmosphere, and we can sense if they have deep issues within them, and it makes us feel worse. So these are the challenges that we can face as an empath, highly sensitive person. But of course, the more we know about this and understand it, the easier our lives are, the easier our self-care routines become, and we can set those boundaries and really be ourselves. Because sometimes, no matter how much healing we do in a day, how much energy healing we do, if something negative happens in a day, it can cause the other things to go wrong as well, and it lowers our vibration and our frequency. But we just have to let go of these things, and deal with these things accordingly, and then our vibration will naturally go up again, because our own vibration is naturally love and light and peace, and it is high vibe energy. It's not low vibe energy. So the more you are in your own authentic energy, you will feel peace, You will feel like you are yourself, and you're healthy and balanced and peaceful, and you're doing well, just by being. But we must give ourselves the love and care that we need from ourselves to be having our own backs, Just stepping out from that situation, knowing that it's not serving us, that likely it was just someone else's bad day, or someone else's childhood trauma, or someone else's issues. when all we want is peace with this person, and all we can do is just send them love and light. And, depending on the situation, maybe they will be sorry and try to come back later. If this was your partner, for example, who treated you wrong, so likely they will be sorry because they lost a good person. But you have to have your own back and step away. Want an honest, respectful partner who would commit to you. So you have to hold on to this and not give any reactions to those who are not that. So of course you don't always know who is that person and who isn't, especially if you are on a dating app or going through blind dates, for example. You don't know always. Intuitively, maybe you can know. Maybe you should ask your intuition. But if you don't ask your intuition and trust your gut, you have to be aware, of course, because there can be a risk that you will be just wasting your time again if you are really wanting to find a decent life partner and, not bump into these toxic, shallow people. So the more you open up to a person, if they make you feel like you are arguing or causing a conflict, causing drama, they attack you in any way, just please remember that you should not waste any more time on this person, because it's not working. The communication is not working, and likely it is because a trauma, childhood trauma, attachment issue, narcissistic personality, so it's not your problem. You have to think about yourself and your own well-being, your loved ones' well-being, and everything, and all you can do is just give up on trying, because it's not going to lead to anywhere good. Anyone who is in your life, who wants to be in your life with normal respect and honesty, should show you normal respect and honesty, should treat you well. And a normal, balanced adult will do this. They will not yell at you for nothing. They will not treat you with disrespect because they are so balanced within that they have no reason to. They don't have that toxic, traumatizing energy within them to pass around because they don't have it within them. And it's so beautiful to be like this, when you're really just a balanced, smart adult person and you can just be living your best life, just taking care of yourself and others. But yeah, so this is just, how it is. So if you are a sensitive empath woman and you're dealing with a man and you're thinking if they can be your life partner, for example, if you can date this person, first thing you have to pay attention to is how they make you feel. We have to pay attention to how other people make us feel, because we owe each other that. We owe ourselves that, because you are the only person who can listen to your body and your soul and your heart and your higher self, your intuition. You are in charge. And so if this man is making you feel uncomfortable, if they are making you feel even worse about yourself, if you are already battling with depression or some sort of anxiety, or if that man is not making you feel good and treat you with respect, why would you want to interact with them? So pay attention to that big red flag, because it's only going to get worse. And no more second chances, no more nothing. No more sex, no more nothing. If you have given your energy, your time, your love, your care, your attention, everything to them, you have to stop now. You have to stop doing that. love yourself more, have your boundaries, have your standards, and trust your feelings, your own emotions, that they are making you feel miserable. This person is attacking you, making you feel just worse, and in the worst case it can be abusive. So stay away from this person. If you want more help and guidance, if you want private coaching slash therapy sessions, don't hesitate to get in touch with me, email me. You can purchase my boundary bootcamp guide, for example, only for €7 on my website, or you can buy one of my online courses or my self-help book that will help you as a sensitive empath, highly sensitive person after narcissistic abuse experiences to be able to heal and thrive. And I would of course love to speak with you one-on-one on a video call via Zoom or Instagram, which I use for those. So if you're interested in having my free consultation call about your situation for 30 minutes, don't hesitate to reach out and, you know, have a booking have a call booking with me right away. Check out the information below this video. I was saying that all the information and the links are always below each video, so you can check my booking link there, my Linktree link there, or if you want to read the whole description, go ahead and do that, and notice the online course link there, for example. And I also, of course, I have my freebies and my guides, which are very affordable. So yeah, you're not alone with your issues as a sensitive being, and this goes out no matter if you are a man or a woman. I serve both. If you're having relationship issues currently, or you were in your past, for example, with your narcissistic parent, I can help you and guide you forward with your life so that you can actually heal and thrive. I wanted to mention that if you are dealing with an immature man who is toxic or a narcissist, they will not put up with your boundaries at all. They don't want you to have any standards and boundaries. And this is how you will notice that this person is not on your level and is not mature enough for you, because you are likely a deep grown person and you don't want to deal with childish tricks and you know, toxic energy and all of that. So you have to just notice that this is how it is, that, you know, it's not up to you. This is just the other person, how they are, but this is how you will really notice that it's not progressing anywhere, because they just don't hear you. They don't have any respect for you really authentically.